That was terrifying.
There goes the resale value on that Death Star.
That was terrifying.
I don't feel like Robin now. I'll just do like
What's that?
I don't know. I feel like being like David Letterman. Yeah. As we continue on this month-long journey,
Yes.
talking about one of our favorite subjects, women. As Chris shoves food in his face.
That's right.
Um,
Chris has been working at your mom's house since you got fucking home.
yeah. And we decided that we're going to do this one on the punk rock and roll. We did like the big ones. We're not going to touch on country or pop or anything like that because, well, Diamond doesn't really.
Yeah.
There's the women in pop.
That's what they're.
There's
That's
probably
what they're meant to be for.
there's 2 women and maybe 3 women in pop music that's and everything is just copied from that. It's just wash, rinse, repeat. You know, I would say like for pop music, I'd probably have like Tina Turner and Glenn showed up.
All right.
Oh, Glenn. So we're talking about women in punk rock music. As it
Does that even work anymore?
So, I had a couple that I was going to list off, but I got right here the top women right here.
Oh, the secret list.
This list I compiled. I did a lot of research for this list of these are the top women in the punk rock. Their names are Judy, Susie, Sheena, Ramona, Jackie, and Heidi. I actually thought there was more names in the Ramones songs about women names. There was a lot of I wannas.
Well, what about the one that the KKK took away? Who was
that?
Yeah,
but that was Johnny's girlfriend being stolen by
Joey's girlfriend.
Joey's girlfriend being stolen by Johnny. Yeah, there was songs about women, but where the actual names were there.
Yes, it's true.
I thought there was actually more than the 6 that I found. I was really surprised.
Yeah, that's not too many, is it?
No, I really thought there was going to be more than those 6. But then I'd have to go back and actually listen to the song. I'm not too sure.
Oh, Jackie.
I don't know. The Jackie mentioned in the Ramones is actually a guy or a girl, though.
I don't know. What year was that song written?
That was between
1980s.
The first 4 years. Like that was before 79.
Oh, okay. Well, that definitely was a girl. It was a chick. Yeah.
I think it was probably there's no way the Ramones sang about a guy.
No. It might have been a tranny if it was nowadays, but we're not sure.
We can do a segue on this one. I really saw somebody talking about that Kurt Cobain was maybe a transvestite or wanting to be something else.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's a far stretch.
That was because he was wearing that grandma sweater during the Unplugged thing.
Oh. Yeah, but that was the style back then, right? If you go look at like Pearl Jam or something like that back then, they got the ugly sweaters going on stage.
He probably found it at Value Village, or maybe he even did take it from his grandmother. Who knows? And it was probably
all about free clothes back then.
Yeah, they're probably just looking to troll and no, and it was just the same as where we wear Electrojet shirts and leather jackets and things like that. It was it was a uniform type thing. He wore it on stage. I never saw him wear it off stage. Not that I hung out with him, but
Secretly hung out with Kurt Cobain.
we know.
Oh yeah, I had my weekly visit with
That
Kurt
could've been fun.
Cobain.
That's funny.
It's. I think it's 3 degrees of separation
Okay.
of a guy that hung out with Kurt Cobain because he was just down in Seattle. He was actually at the show and was with Kurt Cobain when he tried to give him a demo tape. He tried to give a demo tape to James Hetfield.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah, Jason Collins knows the guy from Caustic Thought, who knows Kurt Cobain, was at the Metallica show with him in '89, and he tried to give him the tape.
Really?
Yeah, because he wanted James Hetfield to produce.
Never mind.
That would have been Nevermind. It was '80, maybe Bleach, but I'm pretty sure
No, it was never. It was never mind.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're right. Yeah.
No, because I remember reading the story and I posted it online, and Jason Collins was like, "Yeah, no, this is how it went," and he knows the guy that knows the guy, and I was like, if it didn't come from anybody else other than that guy, other than the story is there that it was a rumor. So this is the list of the greatest women in punk rock right now.
They are all first names.
Well, they only had first names. There were girls that were in Ramon songs. He was a punk. Susie was.
It reminds me of that stripper song where he talks about all the women and somebody doesn't want to play ball. Porn star dancing. That's it. Anyway,
Porn score dancing.
porn star dancing.
Oh,
It's
It was a.
Don't mind Jackie if I know her good enough. She's pretty much tanked, so a little slurry.
it's Monday night, for God's sake.
Yeah. So I also had like the Runaways. The Runaways were, they were
Definitely
fabricated.
But they were punk.
They were punk, but they were also fabricated. They were not a real.
that was Joan Jett.
That was with Joan Jett and Lita Ford and Cherry Curry. They were the mainstays.
Yeah.
The bass player just came and went, and the drummer came and went. When everything was said and done, there was like 17 members of the Runaways. They don't even talk about that in the movie. I think they talk about one bass player being changed out. You got the queen of them all, Blondie, Deborah Harry.
She was punk.
Oh yeah, she was. The music wasn't. She hung out at CBGB. She hung out with the Ramones. She hung out with all of them. She was Iggy Pop. Patti Smith she was another one. She was just hanging out with them. She was hung out with the punks. Sort of was a punk, but didn't play punk. One that came up when I was looking at it was Courtney Love, and they were talking about how
Well, she was with Kurt Cobain there for a while.
she was in Babes in Toyland. She was
Right.
in
Hole.
as much as we probably all don't like her because she was annoying as fuck. She was influential.
Fuck, dude. Hey. I went and saw Manson. I went to see Manson.
Yeah.
Way back when for the Mechanical Eye. He came with L7 and Hole. So they kind of co-headlined, but Manson was the last one on, so Hole goes on before. And me and my brother hanging out in the back watching it. Hole, they weren't bad, but I guess there's this kid that was up there. She fucking stopped the show and she fucking started yelling at this fucking kid. You little piece of shit. If you want Manson, you're just gonna have to fucking wait. You're gonna have to listen to us, you ungrateful little just unload it on him. And the fucking bass player came out, who was Melissa Oftermeyer there. And fucking, she said, no, he was fucking yelling at me. She's like, oh, you're yelling for Melissa? I'm sorry. Yeah, fucking dumb cunt. How about going to fuck yourself? That's Courtney Love for you.
Yeah, well, she's a little off the wall.
Yeah, and I
saw her at Ozfest, I think.
I don't think I watched her then, or I didn't go to that Ozfest. I don't know. There was two of them.
No, the 99 one. Whatever.
Which one did we go to?
I went to the one that had had Slayer, Black Sabbath,
Rob Zombie.
Jeez, that's an.
That was the second stage. She wasn't on her main stage.
The only thing I watched on the second
Slipknot
stage was Slipknot. This is the only one I watched on the second stage, and I was just like, fuck me, these guys are never going to last.
Oh, I like them.
And then here they are, 25 years later.
Yeah.
I always thought the Go-Go's were a little bit punk.
But you're a little bit drunk too.
Only since 1983.
Do you guys have a list?
No, they don't. They're
No,
thinking.
we don't have one. That's all you guys been up since 5 o'clock practicing and writing this shit down.
No,
I think you might have went on Google. I'm not sure.
We do it 10 minutes before the show starts.
Yeah, no, I my dog ate it. My dog
Planned
ate
it out.
it.
Didn't work.
Did it work?
No, they didn't work when we planned it. Anyways, can you name a song from like that? I don't know if you guys listen to anything around today, or even in the last 20 years that you're gonna hear another 20, 30 years into the future.
I think if you were to think, like hard rock bands, like your classics, I think you continue to hear them, because I think the younger generation is getting sick and tired of this hip hop crap that keeps going on. I find a lot more young people listening to older music now. So if you want the off the shelf ones, I think you'll still see them.
Because you have younger guys around you. I have younger guys around me. And then when we had those kids from Malevolent on, and they're like, one of them was like 14, one of them was like 17, and they wanted to hear Painkiller.
Jesus.
Yeah, and that was like, I was mind blown. We're like, hey, we're gonna do pick a song you want to hear us play, and then we'll talk about it and whatever. And they said Painkiller, and I was like, that blew me away. Like, we're talking a song from like 89, 90.
Yeah,
How would their dad must have been listening to that or something that they got that money for.
I think at their age, I'm thinking it was their granddad. Okay.
They're that young, are they?
Fuck.
Grandpa listening to metal.
Yeah. No, I saw a commercial just on our way down. I saw a commercial for something, and it had Rolling Stone's "Sympathy for the Devil."
It was on a commercial.
It was on a commercial, yeah, and some TV show. And I was just like, fuck, that song's like almost 50 years old, and they're still using it.
Well, what are they? They're like 82 and still touring?
Yeah. They were just here not too long ago, like last summer it was.
Dressed to Kill just became 50 this year.
Fuck's
See,
sake.
after you said that, what did I say? I said Kiss, Rock and Roll All Night.
I don't. Yeah, but yeah, it will still be there. But I don't.
I
I
think
just.
it'll still be recognized 50 years.
I don't think they'll use it in mainstream now. Is what I'm saying. I think one song that will, because we think about the songs that you hear now on like the office rock stations. You hear like Twisted Sister, We're Not Gonna Take It.
I did hear that the other day.
You hear Motley Crue. Dr. Feelgood.
Oh yeah, Dr. Feelgood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. You'll hear you'll hear those bands on the office rock stations now, and I'm thinking one that's gonna evolve into that and will always be there.
Enter Sandman.
Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
But I don't think it will be used in a movie or anything like that. I think one day we'll see Pantera walk
That's a name I haven't heard from a
the
long
whole
time.
course of respect.
Okay, so I've been hearing some interesting, I don't know, tidbits about Pantera. Are they in trouble for some neo-Nazi shit?
Yeah, they're Nazis.
Oh shit! Okay. Oh fuck! I didn't know for sure, but I was reading this stuff and I'm like,
Well, Phil Anselmo.
No, Phil Anselmo, he did that during one of his shows.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
did he?
yeah, no, he's into some other shit too, and doesn't hide it like other guys have. You know,
okay.
like the KKK that took my baby away. That Johnny Ramone was into some Nazi shit.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, and that's why when Joey took Johnny's girlfriend.
Johnny took Joey's.
Johnny took Joey's
Guitar
girlfriend.
player took singer.
Yeah, the guitar player took the singer's girlfriend,
Okay.
and it's in the lyrics.
Yeah.
That's why the song goes, "The KKK took my baby away."
Oh.
Yeah,
Because he was referring to.
he was referring to it, and
Okay,
it was like
I see.
everybody kind of knew about it, kind of thing. Generator.
Where did this come from?
Asian sits right there.
Where's my mind? I never had a black one like that.
It was actually white. That's just from oils from your fingers.
Oh, you silly!
It's actually his fingers.
Oh.
And every time. Yeah, so I don't know. We're talking about that.
Yes.
What do you think about Avril Lavigne being influential in the punk?
She's
Well-
punk. I wouldn't say she's punk.
Yeah, she
She's
had a
pop
lot of
punk.
yeah, she had a
She's
lot
a
of
pop-
different music.
Punk queen.
She was all over the
And
place.
how
with
long
her
do
music.
restraining orders last?
No, you're good, dude. You got a year left.
Is that what you're up to in your 20 years ago or what?
Yeah. I'm just wondering how long restraining orders last.
I ran into her in a nightclub downtown. What was it? Shine nightclub there about 2005. And yeah, she was fun. She was having fun.
Okay, where does
She's nice. She's nice.
Biff Naked, I put her, she's like Avril Lavigne. Her songs are a
Yeah.
little bit different, each one.
Mhm.
I can put her across the board. I can put her rock, metal, and punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
The thing is how many of these people are going to be alive in 20 years for anybody to even remember, putting on a show or something like that?
Yeah. I'm listening to some of the newer punk bands on there's Pat right there.
Hi, Pat. We missed you. We missed you, buddy.
Pat was in Sweden watching some black metal shit.
Oh, sweet! Yeah! I'm fucking go to Sweden and do some black metal shit.
It's a fucking Sweden.
Sweden!
No, that's about it.
What does he say? Avril Lavigne used punk aesthetics for.
Here we can go like this, and it goes bigger right there.
Oh, look! And makeup clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. She
Yeah.
but she dropped that look right away, which was smart on whoever told her to do it, because what do I call them? A novelty. Women. Unfortunately, women in music are a novelty. They're a novelty act.
Says the guy with three. Says the guy with 3 stripper posters sitting behind him.
Yeah.
Okay, what about country though? I don't think they are in country. There's a
That's
lot
it.
of big country women.
But there's a lot more. It's still male dominated.
I don't know. Is it?
There's still.
I have no idea about country.
But I
There's
don't
a lot of women in country.
There is a
There
lot.
is.
I will give you that.
And there always has been.
like it's been for long, like Dolly Parton, right from wherever she started and stuff.
Well, look how many of them have long-term careers too.
There's a lot
Yeah.
that have some short-term ones in country though too.
It sure is.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's all. They get spit out pretty quick for both male and female, though.
They do spit it out quite quick.
I don't think that's a gender-specific thing.
No.
Oh, ladies.
I'm all pro lady. Hey, you know what's
Pro lady.
Oh, I am. I think they got way better voices than men. They do. They can knock it out of the park. We forgot one last week with the metal.
What?
The Psycho Sluts from Hell.
Oh, the Psycho Sluts.
Mhm.
Remember them?
The Psycho Sluts. I wish you were here. If they had another song, I didn't know about it.
Me neither.
That's awesome.
There was Wendy O with the Plasmatics. She punk-ish. Like to hang out with Lemmy.
Who didn't like to hang out with Lemmy?
Fuck, I would.
Man got to hang out with Lemmy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hey, look what Pat said there. What happened to Kitty? We forgot Kitty.
Oh.
No, Kitty just brought out a video last week of them doing a cover of Metallica's Unforgiven for that women's wrestling movie that came out on Friday.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
There's a women's wrestling movie.
yeah, it's called. We'll have it for you next week.
Maybe we'll have a review for it because maybe we'll watch it.
It looks really interesting. They used, they went and actually learned the art of professional wrestling. It is an art. With
Who learned it?
the women in it.
Oh, yeah.
The
yeah,
actresses
of course.
went and actually
Yeah.
learned how to do some shit. They went to some actual like big name wrestling companies,
Mhm.
learned how to do it. So when they're doing the shit, that there was no stunt women.
Authenticity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hmm. That is pretty cool.
And it's an old.
Oh, Chris is going to play us a song here.
Musical interlude.
Yeah, it's about time he did something.
He's going to play some country music for us.
No, I'm fucking confused.
Has this happened?
No. It's been that way for a while. The strap was all fucking tangled up in a bunch of fucking cords. And I had no idea how it fucking
Well,
did it.
it's easier to remember than I thought. It's called Queen of the Ring. It's the story of the first female wrestler.
What? We're going back to the 70s here, aren't we?
No, it goes back to like the 20s
20s. Jeez.
I remember seeing the preview.
or 30s or 40s. It goes back like a long ways. It's not just the 70s. It goes like right back.
So before they were allowed to vote, is what you're saying?
They got to kick the shit out of each other before they got to vote.
He has to fight for the right, and she gets another.
Chris looks like he's got a Hitler stash from this angle.
Chris, it looks like Christy. It looks like you got a some sort of solo show set up behind you.
We've been doing some recording of a new song.
And that
okay.
wasn't and just for people watching, that wasn't a planned segue either. That totally was just out of the fucking blue.
Yeah.
Carry on, Craig Mott. Advertise. Pour
we've
us
been
out.
recording- We've been recording at what do we? Do you even have a name for your little place? Your mom's place?
Your mom's place. Yeah. Your mom's place studios. There you fucking go.
Who are your favorite
There you
female?
go.
There's one for you, Chris. Who are your
What?
favorite female musicians besides Rita?
What?
Who are your favorite female musicians besides Rita? I've been waiting for this one for the last like couple weeks. It's Rita. Rita McNeil.
Oh, okay.
Woo!
Yeah, didn't she get the flesh-eating disease like 50 years ago?
She what?
She had the flesh-eating disease like 50 years ago, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Well,
I don't know about it.
well, if she, oh
If
my
she did
god!
get
Oh
along.
my god! Well, if she did, the fucking thing's still eating it too.
Yeah. It should be. It's got another 50 to go.
Yeah. No, she what died 3 years ago, 4 years ago now?
I don't fucking know, but I just made a really bad fucking joke about a dead person. I thought
Oh,
it
that's
was
terrible.
hilarious.
We're all in
I know
trouble.
that's
man.
bad.
Fucking hilarious.
So bad.
To hell I'm going.
Hell,
I'm not
I'm
driving though. I'm not driving, so I'll probably be stoned. So someone else has got to take the wheel.
You guys talk about Vixen and how they're still going.
Oh yeah, we left them out last week too. Vixen.
They're rock though. They were
Are they though?
Yeah, we didn't even
Are
talk about them, but
I don't. Air metal.
Are they really together? Are they really though? Or isn't it just
but
the
the only
drummer?
thing with that, they were a huge novelty.
Yeah.
They were an all-girl hair metal band in the. They started
80s.
early. Oh wait, we did talk about them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but they started like early 80s. And but the thing is they had a revolving door of people in it, and it was just the drummer that was the mainstay. And so in those days,
Oh,
when you have this revolving door of musicians in your band, the fans can't get behind anything. But
I think Mrs. Aaron's gonna explode.
yeah, she is.
You can go pee. You can go pee. You know.
But what about like the chick that did bass for Rob Zombie? And
Oh,
like the women that are doing the drums or the fucking guitar
Yes.
and bass and shit.
Yeeves. Yeah, we didn't talk about some of those.
Okay, but yeah.
What
she
was her name? Yeeves?
Yeah, something like that. But she was banging Rob Zombie back then too. So.
Yeah. And I think how to break
And that's
up.
the only, and that's really the only reason chicks are in fucking bands. Really, come on. Unless you're fucking singing. No, come on.
Oh boy.
Even as good as she is, even Nina Strauss is a novelty in Alice Cooper.
No, she is. That's why she's there.
Yeah, no, she's good.
She's
She's
good,
a fucking-
but you compare her because we've seen her in her solo show, and we've seen her with Alice Cooper.
She showboats in Alice.
She might as well be fucking Slash, the way that she's just running across the thing.
No, she's exactly she's exactly like that Yannick guy is in Iron Maiden.
Or even that.
Throws your that's exactly what she's like when she's with Alice. She's just throwing her guitars around and like Yannick does and pose a little bit. And
What about Yngwie Malmsteen? He can throw his guitar around.
oh, I
Yeah.
even touched him.
I've only heard that he's like the hardest guy in rock and roll to deal with.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
I've
saw
got
him
one-
on his tour bus there a couple years ago, and we asked for his autograph. He told everyone to fuck off.
There you
on his
go.
bus.
Sounds about
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when I'm a firm believer that the celebrity is somewhat owned by the fan.
Yeah.
The fan pays for the movie. The fan pays for the music. The fan pays for the
If
magazine.
it wasn't for the fan, they'd be doing
Fans,
some
you're
other.
not anything.
You're not anything. You
They
kind of
make you.
they make you, and you kind of have to give back to them.
Yeah. Well, if you ever watch a video, he's got like 200 guitars in his collection, and he walks you through his collection. He just picks up the guitars. Oh, I got this from this guy. He just throws it back in the pile. Like nothing's neat or anything. It's all thrown all over the place.
Really.
Yeah, I don't think he really gives a shit.
Are we going to talk about what happened on the weekend?
What happened on the weekend?
No, I'm talking to Glenn on that one.
Oh, yeah.
We'll leave that one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you later, Chris.
On that note, I'm going to head back up because
Okay.
I've contributed all I've got for tonight.
Hey, come on, you got to have some more.
Goodbye,
I want to
Jackie.
know about female punk rock singers some more. What have you done to I thought you were going to write a song.
Me?
Yeah.
Shoot
We
your
heard
name.
from the rumor that you were writing a new song for us.
Da 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 da. Punk.
Yeah, that'll work.
Da da da. Blah, blah, blah. Punk. That's my song.
All right, that works. That can work.
I see.
Johnny
I've
can
got
work with
more
that.
metal than I don't know shit about punk.
We need to collaborate.
Okay.
Yeah,
About what?
because he said you know more about metal.
Yeah.
When Chris plays his metal, Chris is very chuggy.
Oh, I like the chuggy.
Chunky. I like the chug.
No disrespect.
Well, you could do like a Sum 41 punk
Ah!
metal.
No!
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
You don't like Derek Whitby? What's wrong?
Oh.
You know what?
No,
Mentioned it.
Don't like.
He
Somewhere.
had a piece of average.
Like Monster Truck or Rise Against or any of that shit that they pretend that you're yelling and they're not yelling and it just fuck. I gotta go. Love you and leave ya.
All right,
That's
cheers.
what you need to
There is a duet with Avril Lavigne and fucking Nickelback.
You totally could have done the.
Oh,
two
you know
of
how much
aggressive
money I made on that one? That bet, no one believed me. And at the time, one of my friends, he went to school, Chad Kruger, so he had the inside scoop on that. He's like, no, you gotta bet people on this one. So I made a few $100 betting around on that one. No one believed it till it hit public.
Yeah, that they did a Avril Lavigne and Chad Kruger did a fucking song together, and it
And then they got married.
just bombed. What is this? What Circle Jerks? Circle Jerk hardcore punk would be fun to play.
I've done that with air guitar.
I have an awesome air guitar story. I was at
Do you?
We're all ears.
I was at the Abbotsford Canucks game in their first season. I had season tickets for them. Me and Glenn went one time. Yeah, and so
Yes.
I'm at the game one time, and they were having an air guitar contest, and the camera goes right on me right away, and I'm wearing a jacket, and I was just like, I stand up and I was like, and I mouth the words, "Oh, I forgot my guitar at home," but then I'm like, "Wait!" And I open up my jacket, and I pull out my air guitar, and I fucking started going. I lost to some.
And they got you on the
What's that,
Videotron?
Glenn?
I said they got you on the Videotron doing that?
I was like, wait, I forgot my guitar at home, and then I just opened it up. And everybody starts cheering and shit. It was fucking hilarious. And then I started fucking playing. Like
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
don't even remember what song it was, but obviously they give the prize to some kid or whatever because it's always the kids always win these things. But that's my air guitar story.
Very nice.
Yeah, how many of those beers did you have there? Those
Oh,
ultra cheap
fuck.
ones.
Beers are fucking so goddamn expensive. I understand it,
Oh, yeah.
but at the same time,
Oh, don't worry. Rogers Arena, I got box seats there, $21 a
Holy
beer.
fuck.
steak.
Yeah, at least the food was free.
Was that through your work?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
because I'm like, I remember looking into box seats. It was just I made up a fake name, a fake company, and all this other shit, and I fucking emailed the Vancouver Canucks to find out what a box would cost. And this was in 2000. I want to say 2001. They wanted 170 something thousand for the box season.
Yeah.
And not only that,
For the
if I put a deposit on it, I would be put on the wait list.
Jeez.
I was going to be put on the wait list.
You know,
and I was just like, what the fuck? It was like, but that box is yours for the season.
Yeah.
Plus for whatever show comes through town.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you got your Kiss, you got like the big names at the time. You had your Kiss, your Garth Brooks, your whatever it was at the time. That's your box seat. And then what happens is if you don't want to use it for that show, you can sell it back to
Whoever else wants to use it.
the Canucks, and they rent it out on your behalf, and everybody gets a portion. And I was just like, fuck. I was like,
I gotta say though, being up in the box during a fucking show is not the same.
I don't think so, because they're fucking high up.
They're
Yeah.
very high up.
Well, you know what? I got an opportunity to see Matchbox 20 and Alanis Morissette. I want to go back to like 2007 or 8. And I had one of them sky boxes at Rogers Arena. And you kind of look down on the stage. But, you know, it's still pretty good view from up there. It's not quite as loud. But
But it's not the same. The energy it's not the same energy up there that it is down in the crowd.
yeah.
Yeah,
agree.
no, that's a huge deal with these shows.
Yeah.
Um,
But you know what? Can you possibly, and that's been my argument, you know, you go to those shows at BC Place and, you know, you're so far away with a bunch of people watching the show through their 3-inch cell phone screens or 6-inch cell phone screens, and people go, oh, there's energy there. And I'm thinking, I don't know, like you compare that to the Commodore or the old Red Room or something like that. I don't think so. It's not there. Or even the old Coliseum or, yeah, you got it.
that
It's not there. BC Places doesn't have the energy that some of those old school venues
I would
used to
take the Commodore, the Rickshaw, the old Starfish, the
have. Yes.
I saw so many shows in the Old Town Pump, which held like 600 people.
Why did they quit doing shows at the Coliseum?
I think it's a fucking studio now.
Oh, really?
I heard of one show recently. I can't remember who it was. They started using the Forum again. The Forum.
I heard
What's
that
that?
too, yeah. Yeah, I heard they were using
So the
Forum
Forum,
as well.
which is like, I think it's like a 5,000 with
Yeah.
because I've seen a couple shows at the Forum in the last whatever years. Well, one of them was like 10 years ago. Was Faith No More in like 2015, and I saw Rise Against there not too long ago. But I've heard of other shows being there. I'm hearing of another place downtown that's popped up. That's somewhere down by Canada Place or something like that. I can't remember what it's called right now. But you know, you got your rickshaws and things like that. It's good to see these places still coming back It's good to see places like Lana Lou's getting lots of shows. Bullies.
They've been going for fucking years, Lana Lou's.
No, but
Yeah, I think they would have been going
you're
a few
hearing
years
more and
ago.
more about the shows there, right? You know,
What's their tournament
don't
like there
know.
now?
I see pictures online, and some shows are it's a hit and miss.
Yeah.
Well, I remember a long time. I remember when Never Another did that Lana Lou's that billion years ago. It was a pretty big turnout.
I think we had a decent turnout when we played because I think it's where we played. We played.
Yeah.
Adrian Youth Gang played before us, and then we played, and then the Tarlets, and then the headliner from Portland or wherever the fuck they were from.
They're from San Francisco or something.
Of course, they were from San Francisco.
It explains everything, doesn't it?
I forgot that. You missed. Chris was sick, and he missed the show. That was my show.
Oh, man. I did not see that coming,
that was
literally.
my first official show with the Electro Jets. And fuck, what were they called? You remember? The Lollygaggers.
The Lollygaggers. We weren't expecting that to actually mean what it meant.
I didn't know. It was like these guys, I tried to get them onto this. We were doing this at the time too, I think. And I tried to get their singer on, and he was like all for this show. And then all of a sudden, he just disappeared off the face of the planet. But they're
well, they all broke up. They had some sort of
not too long after I talked to them.
Yeah, well, it was. I think there were a bunch of them. Two of them were moving away or something like that.
Every one of them was not straight.
Yeah.
Their drummer was a female that was. She wasn't even a lesbian. She was a dyke. I'm gonna call it how it is.
Oh, she was the fucking butchy type fucking.
Oh yeah, she looked more like a guy than a guy does.
Yeah, it's a bull.
You know, we gave them a bunch of our shirts. They're wearing those Electrojet shirts around. I mean, we gotta be careful with that.
We gave them some shirts and
yeah,
us.
Next thing, you guys will be playing the Pride Parade.
Yeah.
Don't see that. Yeah. Once Johnny gets up there, that'll end pretty quick. No, I don't think so.
Or this would be, I don't know if Glenn has ever heard the story about the time that me and Chris were in a lot like the Electro Jets. It was a punk rock and roll band. We played 3-chord punk music, but we had lyrics that were on par with like Kiss hair metal thing. We sang.
Oh, okay.
We didn't sing songs like it was a lot like the songs like Bernadette, where we sang songs about girls giving us
Gina Davis.
Yeah, because I wrote a song about how I like Gina Davis's lips. Yeah, it was.
Oh man, that goes way back.
And I wrote a song. I wrote the lyrics to the song about how I like Gina Davis's lips. We had songs called "Drunk in a Bar."
Did we?
What's that?
Do we have? That kind of sounds familiar, but it kind of doesn't.
Yeah, I remember some of the other ones, but like this is what we're on par with. So, our very first show was at a jam night at the New York Theater, and I totally 100% regret not taking it in properly. Not realizing where I was at the time. we were what, 19, 20 years old?
2021, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there. We're somewhere around that age. Not realizing how many other bands.
With Rolly, the fucking recovery addict on drugs.
Yeah. So we were both. Chris didn't smoke at the time. He would drink, and I drank at the time. And we had this recovering addict. He was just out of rehab, drummer, with us.
What was he? Was he drunk? Was he there for drunk or fucking getting high?
I think he was in this for alcohol, but he wanted to play. We were a 3-piece band. I played bass, Chris played guitar, and we played this show at the New York Theater. And I 100% regret not taking it in with the thing that Metallica played on the fucking New York stage. Black Flag played on it. The Misfits played on it. DOA, like the bands that played on the actual stage that we stood on. And I didn't take it in properly, and I totally will 100% regret that. But during our show, we're playing, and it was just anybody who came in. And Chris was like, Chris was getting antsy. Chris is like, let's go on next. Let's go on next. And I was like, no, let's just wait. Let's wait. Like, and all of a sudden, more and more people started coming in, and all of a sudden, I was like, okay, we're next. We're gonna force our way up, and we did. We forced our way up, and we're playing our set. And our last song, which was a cover song of the Kiss song "She."
Yes, I remember that.
Somebody throws a beer bottle at Chris, and it hits him in the fucking head. Yeah, and I had those clips on my bass at the time, and I hit the clips, and I see who did this without even thinking. I hit both my clips on my bass. My bass on the fucking ground, and it just like feedbacks everywhere, and I go running full on fucking WWF fucking flying clothesline off the stage at this dude that threw the fucking bottle at Chris. Our friend who was at my my birthday last year, big beard, bald head, the Romulan. I don't even know. I don't even question it, but for some reason, he put rivets into the toe of his steel boot. He had like 6 rivets on the toes of his boot. So all of a sudden, a little bit of a melee kind of breaks out. Chris is like trying to recover. Rolly is jumping out onto the crowd too. And the Romulan is involved in it. Somehow he kicks a guy in the head. All of a sudden, this whole fucking fight breaks out. Of like the 3 of us and Romulan and the crowd. It was like us versus the crowd.
Sounds like a typical punk rock show.
Fucking just absolute crazy at the New York Theater. And then
Drew Harker was swinging on the curtains.
All of a sudden, another friend of ours starts swinging like Tarzan fucking curtains. Yeah, what? And you couldn't write this shit. He gets straight up into the crowd on this thing, and the thing fucking rips, and he fucking falls to the ground, 10 feet, right to the ground. And he just goes right out, boom. And then all of a sudden, the guy who put on the show starts yelling and screaming, "You just cost me everything, my fucking damage deposit, and I'm gonna have to pay for that." And he's like fucking, next thing you know, he's got a fucking fire extinguisher going off. And that's when I just look at him and I was like, grab the shit, let's go.
Get the hell out of there.
But then after that, almost every one of our shows that we played after that ended the same way. Yep.
No way.
Every show ended up with a fight at the end. And
Fuck it. Well, and also too, back then, back in the 90s, if anybody remembers, that was a fucking. Those are the years people were throwing fucking shit at the fucking at people who were on stage, right? Like if you go see a fucking
Yeah.
band, you know, you're gonna get a bottle thrown at you. I don't
Yeah.
know, fucking start that stupid
Yeah.
fucking.
what was that place? What was the place in Maple Ridge?
Caddyshack?
Tommy's.
Tommy's.
Tommy's. That's where we were. Tommy's.
Tommy.
And,
Yeah,
yeah, that
Tommy.
was bad because of the fact that there was a couple bands playing, and then it was gonna turn into a dance club afterwards, and the same thing happened. And a friend of ours came to see us, and the show was already over, or he had to work late, and then he was beat, and he didn't come, or something like that. That was Jay. And then I remember Dean describing it to him, and he's like, "This is how every one of their shows is. It's them versus the crowd."
You guys had quite the trend going on there.
We had one hell of a time with that band.
Yep.
And then Rolly fucked off, and he did his thing, and you joined Spanish Fly. Yeah.
I made Spanish Fly.
What's that?
I made Spanish Fly.
You made Spanish Fly. Yeah. I didn't even know Trigger Puff even played guitar.
Neither did I.
Yeah, so it happened and stuff like that, but I was all happy for Chris and his band that he made, so that was awesome.
Well, that wasn't for years after, though, dude.
Was it? I
Years after.
I
That was
honestly
we put the first Spanish Fly album, the first and only Spanish Fly album. That came out in 2000, right when my kid was born.
shit, was it that? Well,
Long after the Idiots.
dude, no, that was like 3 years.
Was that 3 years?
It was like 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Well, it was 3 years after.
Yep. It was like 97.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I guess you're right, man. Fuck me.
I have to.
Right.
Yeah, you're taking one
Yeah.
for the team, are you?
Sometimes you have to.
So you don't.
It was another the other day. I can't remember what it is now.
But we were going to tell people we got something coming out shortly.
No, because I'm just gonna say we have been recording our Chris's. Something's coming out. It's gonna be awesome. It is awesome.
Could be mediocre at best.
Mediocre. So what is this? You got any hints coming up
This
for this
is
thing?
from it's that the biggest hint was from a year ago in my garage.
You could tell Glenn off air.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm just saying that for the people that are the tens of people that are watching on Wednesday
Tens
morning,
of people are watching, and the fucking probably half of one that cares.
and the hint was a year ago in the garage when me.
Okay. Is that song finally recorded
we've
or?
not recorded that one, but we've written a whole new one off, like just pure. We were sitting there and we're just playing around, and so
We're trying to think of some fucking lyrics. Is what we were doing. We're
Yeah.
just noodling around.
And you were gonna start writing something, and I said, no. You have the lyrics.
I do.
And
Yeah,
I
I did.
Really are.
I know where to go with it.
And then where to go with it and how to do it and stuff like that. So Chris came up with a lot of the music. So when we were talking about how we're doing this and that, and he's going to get this credit, I'm going to get that credit, and things
Yes,
like that.
because we're selling billions of copies of this.
Yeah, no, it's just for when because we talked about making a music video for it, and there'll be credits at the end, and it'll just have the names of all those
Of
that were
us.
involved in it.
Of us, because ain't nobody else fucking involved but us.
Nobody wants to get involved in this shit.
Is it that out of line or
It's
what?
not out of line.
It's not out of line. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's
We need more of that stuff
It's-
around
it's-
nowadays.
the hint was from that song that we performed. That song is that song is just the basis of what we're trying to do.
It is only the beginning, the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah,
There is much more in the water than you can see.
we want to do.
So when does this get released from the Abbotsford Studios there?
From your mom's house studios.
Your mom's house studios.
So, yeah, that's about it from there. As we wind down, we have like 3 minutes left. Who's got something?
I got something.
What do you got?
So don't forget to listen to that shit. The sooner we get this fucking mixed up, the sooner I get it to the
I'll listen to it in the next.
It's not the
24 hours.
greatest. I was listening to it, dude. It's not the greatest recording. It's all right, but I mean, it could have done better. But fuck, it's my first one to record ever, so from scratch.
But
So
the
I
guy-
didn't think it that fucking bad for YouTube videos.
Yeah, just remember, I just want to let you know, but the guy right down there below us,
Yep.
he knows how to mix.
Yeah. Yeah, like I
Yep.
said, I want to come over when you guys record. I want to fucking watch over your guys' shoulders. And
No, like when we recorded that was like we go to Johnny's and we did the recording and stuff like that. But Glenn mixed the whole electro mix.
All the Electro
Yeah.
Jet
Oh, cool.
songs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
totally wouldn't mind fucking hanging out over with you guys while you guys do that shit. I fucking pick people's brains. It's how I learn, right?
Yeah, no,
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it takes a long time. I mean, between playing around and
It sure
YouTube.
fucking
and,
does.
oh, it does. Such a
Yeah.
I
hours.
can totally understand the whole why it costs so much money to record now or
Yeah.
ever.
I think the best way, the lessons that I've learned, and the best advice that I can pass along to you is make sure that when you're actually recording the physical instrument, that you get that as close to bang on as
Well,
you
that just
possibly
makes more
can.
sense.
Yeah, because that's the least amount of screwing around. So if you get the sound that you want coming out of the speakers raw, then the less playing around with it after.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Drums are the worst. Drums from scratch are a
I don't
nightmare.
do
I think.
drums from scratch. We got the computer do it for us, so it comes out perfectly. I don't play.
I don't know which is
I don't
easier.
play drums.
I mean, taking all the squeaks out of a drum set.
I personally wish that girl that we had for waking up was still around. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened to her. I think there's more or less the fucking money involved in it because the fact that like she's from Brazil and like she charged $13 and Johnny gave her 20. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like holy fuck, really?
Well, and she had the thing done in what, an hour?
It
Like
was,
a whole
he
couple
had it,
different
he
runs through.
sent it to her, and because it's through time zones and shit like that, like I went in, I had a bass line for it. Like you guys sent me the guitars, and I was like, okay, and I had a bass line for it. I went to Johnny's at like 8:00 at night, and we started playing, and I played the bass line that I had, and Johnny's like, that doesn't work.
That's normal.
And he goes, you're playing it backwards. So it was all the same notes that I played, but it was just backwards. He's like, no, you got to play it like this. And so I'd play like all the rhythm parts, and then all of a sudden when it came to like little fills that I would do, I'd fuck up every time because I was like, I kept reverting back to the way that I practiced it at my place for like the last.
Oh, yeah.
And I was having these problems of going back and forth, and then like hours and hours. I was there until like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning for, I was there for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Playing nonstop. And Johnny's like, do you want to take a break? And I was like, fuck no, let's just fucking go again. And
That seems about right, recording with Johnny.
yeah, and he's like, do you want to take a break? And I was like, no, we got to keep going. Let's like, fuck, like, no, because we're going to get complacent. We got to fucking, no, we got to go. And we ended up getting it. It was late. And I remember it must have been between 12 and 1 or something like that. And then Johnny got it all together or something in the next couple hours. He sends it off to this fucking girl in Brazil or something, somewhere down in South America.
Yeah.
He sends it to this girl who's going to do the drum track for it. And I just remember hearing from Johnny in the morning, like, holy fuck, she came back with like 2 versions of it.
Yeah, she did.
We listened to the 2 versions. We all voted on which one we liked the best. And it was just like, and we always agreed on the same one. But I was just like, holy fuck, like it was that quick that she came back.
Hey, $20 is $20.
That's right.
Yeah, but you know what? You try and put those MIDI tracks together and how many hours you spend doing that.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. The $20 is worth it.
I've never actually heard what Johnny paid Richie.
I think it was $500.
I'm guessing somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think if I remember, it was $500 when we did that one song.
Yeah, but then he did another one for the actual album for nothing.
Well, he did 3 for the Rock and Roll Rats, I believe, and then he did 1 for us. But I think he paid out of pocket, like I think it was $500 for that one.
Yeah,
or Richie Ramone song.
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool because he was pretty quick with those as well, like getting back to us.
Oh yeah, like I don't know what he's up to or anything like that. And I know there's still Marky Ramone is still out there somewhere.
CJ,
but
We saw CJ I think it was just before COVID at what is it? Rickshaw. We saw him.
really?
Yeah, he came out playing.
Hey, Johnny.
oh, how was it?
It was a good show. The first time we went, he had a pretty decent crowd. The second time, there wasn't many people there. It's a good venue, though.
It's a damn good venue. It's fucking hot as fuck in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he had a mosh pit going there the first time.
I remember one time that I went there, and I wanted the Electro Jets to be on the set, but the set was already done. It was taken by an all-girl punk group called the Alien Boys. It was for the Spitfires and the Black Halos.
Oh, okay.
And Alien Boys, they were playing, and it was too fucking loud.
Oh no.
Their sound person, like they had their own sound person. It was just so loud, and I was just like, "Oh my god! I hope this is not the whole fucking show." The sound was that fucking terrible.
At the Rickshaw.
At the Rickshaw, yeah, that was
they have their own guy there, don't they?
They had each band had their own sound person, right? And then the Spitfires played. They played a fucking great fucking set. It was good to just see them again, and I hadn't seen those guys in a while. Because me and Chris, we know two of them personally. And then the Black Halos played. They fucking came out great. I know this Black Halos is basically just Billy Bonito and hired guns. But, but the Spitfires, they played a great fucking show. It was awesome. As always, gone into the overtime.
On into the overtime.
Yeah. It was good to have you come out, Glenn.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Next week, as we continue International Women's Month, we're going to go with the hottest women.
The hottest women now.
Hottest women in music. We will acknowledge them for how they look. Not on how they sound. And, I can pretty much tell you, I really appreciate what Wendy O'Williams did for fucking punk rock music, but she ain't going to be on this list.
No. Not even fucking close.
In a perfect world, I would like to try and acknowledge Avril Lavigne, but through a restraining order, I'm not allowed to. For the next year, according to Chris.
Later, Pat.
Well, I mean,
Pat's
how young was she when you were restrained against her?
Let's just say maybe she was a little bit not accepting of me. The same with the rest of the people. She could be the front runner of the class action lawsuit that is up against the Chris and Aaron show.
Yeah. Well, let's get off. I need to get to my car to listen to this. I'm fucking dying to hear the tweaks.
Okay. You get to your car. Glenn, thank you so much. Hopefully we can see you next week too.
You fucking listen to it over and over again and take notes.
Yes, I will.
And we'll fix it.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron. Hey, you got a few minutes to have an off-air conversation there?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Have a great night.
Cheers, Chris.
Have a good night.
Adios.
Oh, here we go.
All right.